Talk with Adore
and Daisy. Hey guys, we're back
Welcome
again.
back again with another episode.
Today's topic is what you know now versus what you know then. We'll be talking about a variety of things.
Such as credit, the importance of credit.
That's very, very important.
Very important.
Yes, and decisions that you might have made back then versus what you know
what
now.
you would have did now.
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean, it go both ways. It go hand in hand.
We do have a special guest. We're going to let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about what you do, what you got going on.
All right. I go by formally as a real estate T right now.
Okay, real estate T. Let us talk to him.
Where you want me to start at?
Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Okay. I'm a black man. I'm a business owner, you know.
Business owner.
I own Hampton Realty. I do real estate. I've been in real estate now for like 2 years, a little over 2 years.
That's what's
Period.
Yeah, I got my license and everything.
Okay, then.
What's unique about that is I come from the streets, so a lot of people probably see the shit I'm doing now. Like, what the fuck? You know.
No cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's jump into the topic. I think it's a lot I actually would have did different if I would have knew better. Like, my younger days, when you just be living free, I honestly think that's when you need structure. Like, if somebody would have just taught me discipline back then, I probably would have been retired by now. Like,
See,
for
but
real.
listen, at the same time, though, you might not have been in the situation, the position you in right now, though.
I might not have been. But
Yeah.
if I could tell people like something, if I could tell my younger self something, it would have been to tell me about discipline. Like, I was
As far as like what aspect?
as far as like money wise, credit wise.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
let's talk about credit, or let's talk about money. Like, so many people touch so much money and they don't know discipline. Like, they touch money at a young age, and by the time
Right back.
they're 30,
My bad, y'all. My bad.
yeah, you're gonna have to silence that. Do not disturb. No, I'm just playing. Put it on, just vibrate it or something. But yeah, like, I just feel like discipline is so important, and that's one thing I know now. Well, I still party and stuff, but that's
that's not nothing.
You got discipline with it.
I have discipline with it. I think discipline is something that I
think
wish.
everybody go through that phase though when they jacking
Man.
money and being young and
It was
I was-
more than jacking money. It was like making dumb decisions, like just cause you was touching money like that.
Mhm.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you know better now.
I know better now.
You ain't gonna do none of that dumb shit again.
Of course not. Not with 2 kids. I ain't doing it. Listen, everything is prioritized at this rate.
I was brought up like with priorities and structure and the importance of discipline, like by my
Oh, I
papa.
like how that sounds.
Yeah, my papa like was really on me on that.
Oh.
Like, he's still drilling in me now. But like when I call and talk to him, I get a lecture every time. I could just be calling and say, "Hey, I was just calling to check on you."
Right.
I'm getting a lecture. I didn't listen.
How old are you?
27.
How
I didn't.
old are
listen.
you?
I'm 32.
Okay.
I didn't listen back then. It's like part that I listen, but I still feel like you got to learn on your own. That's just like telling the baby, don't touch the stove.
Mhm.
They not going to listen to you. They going to touch it themselves.
Until they
And then when
find
until they find out what it's like, then they like, all right, I ain't never touching that again. I feel like certain things in life you have to experience on your own for you to get the mentality to be like, okay, I need discipline. Okay, I need structure. Like,
Right.
even though like your priorities could have always been in order,
Mhm.
if that makes sense, like having a place, having a car, things that you're supposed to have in life, but you could still not have had a structured life. Like,
Right.
so
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like if I would have listened to him back then, I would be in a way, way, way better space.
Better.
But I also do like my path that I went, because if it wasn't for that path, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Facts.
Period.
So-
Adore. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing, so with that being said, about talking about what we know then versus now, I want to tell the people about credit. Like, I'm not a credit specialist, but I do know that that's very, very important. Like, growing
Credit. Listen to me, people. Credit is better than $1 million. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, you can be dead broke, but if you got an 800 credit score, you can go in the bank and get 100,000.
They gonna treat you like you white.
They go treat you like, and people don't even know, like, credit is always, man, you got to keep your name. Like, so many people talk about street cred, like, okay, cool, whatever. But real credit, like,
in the grown up world,
in the grown up world,
without that fucking credit, you gonna be living. I don't
You
give a fuck. Listen, I don't care if you got money.
You worthless.
You would be living in an apartment.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You can't do
because you can't do what you really do if you
You
haven't
can't drive what you
established
wanna
no
drive.
credit. You can, man, I cannot have $0, but I can go get a credit card and really, you know what I'm saying? Like, credit is so important, and I know people, especially our people, Black people, like, that don't have a clue about credit because they wasn't brought. They wasn't taught it.
They're not educated on it.
They wasn't taught
You know why?
anything about credit. What?
I'm gonna keep it funky. Cause we came up. I know. I definitely came up in the hood. I don't know.
I came up in the hood.
A lot of our parents and stuff ain't have it together.
Man, they didn't even know. So, and it's not even our generation fought for real, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what our parents probably.
See, that go to another thing too, though. Even in school, elementary, middle school.
Yeah, they
They don't teach
They
you
don't
credit.
teach you.
They don't teach you credit.
Listen, you know what they teach you? They teach you how to be a worker. They teach you how to be an employee. They don't teach you
Man,
how to be a
ain't
boss.
that
They don't
wild?
teach you how to be an entrepreneur. They don't teach you none of
They
this.
don't.
They don't teach
even,
you the things that you need to get through life.
Hell no.
Not
Don't
for
teach
real.
me how to read because
They teach you that if you go to college, you're gonna be successful.
and
there's
that's not true.
There's people
There's people with
like,
degrees.
Facts.
Man,
I make more money than people with degrees. Some
Facts.
people with degrees.
The
Man.
richest people in this world don't have no degree.
I guarantee
Steve
you they
Harvey.
don't. I was listen, she loves
My
Steve
uncle
Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
But
Oh yeah, he the GOAT. Shout out to Steve Harvey. Man.
yeah, I honestly
And
feel
his
like
daughter. Shout out.
no, he did not. I honestly feel like credit should be that should be taught in school because it's, man, that stuff will take you a long way. Like, you literally can be broke, don't know where your next dollar coming from. Go apply for a credit card if you got good credit, and you're gonna, it's gonna help you. It's gonna give you a boost. Like,
To be honest though, the only thing that we really fucking learned is two things in school that we really carry with us.
what, math?
That's math and reading. That's it. All the other
That's
shit was
it.
bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
Bullshit.
Math and English, shit, maybe a couple foreign languages, but
Yeah.
I had Spanish in high school. I don't remember nothing but
you ain't-
basic words.
See what I'm saying? You
And
know,
when I go to Mexico,
Girl, I wish,
using
honestly,
my translator.
I wish
they need to teach us. They need to teach people more what's going to make them fluent and make them.
I wish I would have paid attention in Spanish. I wish I would have kept my Spanish class because, especially living out when I was in Arizona, that was damn near
Oh yeah.
right there next to Mexico. So it was a lot of Hispanics out there, and that was and you if I was working, you get more
Yeah, pay
when
more.
you speaking a different language. So I mean, yeah, foreign language is cool. Like, they was literally getting like $3 to $5 more per
especially when
hour.
you fluently speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have paid attention in Spanish, like, because even in Texas, they had a lot of Spanish people. But yeah,
I mean, this ain't too late. You can still learn.
it's not too late.
It ain't too-
It's not too late.
That's one thing. It ain't never too late for
Never
nobody
too late to learn.
Turn around the clock.
You can't turn around that clock, but you can start it right now
Yeah, yeah.
if you feel like learning.
Yeah, that video I sent you this morning.
I
That's what
read.
it
I mean, I
said.
listened to.
That's what he
I
said
listened
in
to
the
it.
video. It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't. Some people think that though.
I don't think
You know why they think that? They look at social media and
Oh.
the people,
Oh,
on
yeah.
and the
Social-
people
social
on
media
social
fuck people
media.
head up.
Yeah,
But-
they
Social
look at
media
they look
fuck-
at somebody on social media and they look like, oh, she's 22. Why I'm not in the shoes she in, or
Social media
whatever
got
the case
people.
may be. Head gone.
Man, listen, they is
If you're
stupid.
not posting it, it's not happening.
yeah,
You know.
that's some crazy shit, ain't it? though?
Ain't that crazy?
I feel like social media probably need to shut down for like a year. People get
Oh my God!
People
Like,
think they should
but social media can. I
Social
always
media
wanted
can
to.
make you rich. So that's
It
the
can.
only reason why I feel like it's beneficial. But the shenanigans outside of making money, it's ridiculous. Like, people only show their perfect life or whatever the case may be, and which is cool. You don't gotta share your
downs.
L's and your downfalls. But I'm saying, like, from relationships to marriage to
social media.
living a life-
is never good for relationships.
sometimes I look at people, I'm like, dang, well, what do you keep private? Like, what's intimate for you? You know, like, they say they give you their every move, and it's just like,
You know what I think? This is
I
what I think
know
about
some
social
people
media.
because of Instagram.
This is what I think about social media. I think they should charge people to be on there. I think it'd have a lot less bullshit on there.
Hey, I heard that before. Like, if they had to pay for that app, somebody said that.
Some of them wouldn't even be able to
Some
get
people wouldn't even be on Instagram because they wouldn't pay for it. You know, people don't want to pay for no apps, but Instagram is a free app. You can be whoever you want to be. It's literally free. You can even be whoever you want to be on that bitch. So everybody got it. But even if Instagram was $2.99, people would be like, no, I'm gonna go to Twitter. You know, I won't be on it.
They don't pay for iTunes and it's $9.99.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't have iTunes.
They don't.
That's something you have to. That's something you got to pay for. Or SoundCloud.
I don't got.
Listen, that's crazy.
I be listening to YouTube like a motherfucker.
Look, I YouTube, but I was just like, man,
and all that. But I ain't gonna lie, YouTube got when you pick who you want to listen to, they come fire with the playlist.
Yeah, they come fire with your playlist. They better than Pandora for real. But social media.
I just feel
crazy.
like
I be wanting to delete my page.
I mean, I wouldn't have it if it
wasn't for business. I would go MIA so much.
But how many people would really stick to that?
How many people would stick to it? I can't. I don't even know because I run businesses on there. Like, so it's I really wish I could. Like, I be wanting to not be so popular so bad. Like, it's a gift and a curse. Like, it's a gift and a curse.
I'll take the money over fame any day.
Any day.
Yes, sir.
Any day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Popularity came with being a stripper.
Yeah.
Like, I was popular in high school. I think that's where it came from. And then I became a stripper and got more popular. And now when I'm done stripping, like, why y'all?
That's one thing I knew back then that I know now that I never wanted to be popular. Like, I'm not popular at all. Like, I feel like anybody.
What do you think popularity is, though?
Everybody that know you, I can go a million places and people do not know me. I
can too.
You know what I think though?
What?
I think sometimes you probably just like a person that you just closed off a lot. But more people probably know you than what you think for sure.
Think so? Probably now because of the podcast.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I make a little noise on there right now.
People know. Listen, people is nosy. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
people is some fucking people.
People is people.
Yeah. No, I make a little noise on Instagram. I was non-existent before this, but like I make a little noise because of the because of the podcast, and I be having to like follow her suit. Like, I really do got to post about this. You know what I mean? Right. And I am consistent with it, but I'm consistent with it between myself because when we created this podcast, I wanted to do it because this was something that I wanted to do. Like, I didn't want popularity behind this. I wanted it to be a relatable thing for people to listen to because I enjoy listening to podcasts. It be days I don't listen to music at all. I listen to a podcast. It might be something on how to make me a millionaire, or just anything maybe to educate me.
I like what y'all doing though. It's dope.
Yeah,
don't stop doing this.
So it's
Thank you. I've been hearing that too. I've been getting a lot of congrats.
Yeah. So it's like I want people to be able to be like, dang, it is okay what I went through, or it is okay to talk about this or be this way. Like, we try to pick relatable topics that anybody could, relate to. So it's like, and me and her before this, we would sit up here and debate with each other. So I'm like, why not why won't we make a podcast? Right. So I just, I do know back then, now, popularity ain't always.
So you been through that.
Yeah,
you knew back then you ain't want to be popular.
But another thing I would have told my younger self to just focus on me.
Oh my God.
I feel like we get caught up in other things and friendships and relationships, and that become more of our life than focusing on yourself.
I agree.
You want to know if I was talking to the younger me, what I would do?
What?
I would tell myself to have a better relationship with God. I feel like by me being older now, my relationship is way different. Now my life's different. Mm-hmm. Just because, like,
that's number one thing I would have told myself, and it was.
Like I was on the high horse when I was young. Like I thought, because I was making a nice amount of money, not the right way, but I thought it was my world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But it's
and you probably was real cocky, and it's okay. And I honestly respect people like you. Mm-hmm. Like I find that very interesting when people can find God and change their life because I wasn't always right within. Mm-hmm.
That's why.
How you gonna win when you're not right within? You can't do nothing with.
Okay, Lauren. Yeah.
That's why I say this every day. I'm not humble at all. I'm blessed. Like if you look up humble, anybody watching this, they look
humble mean like it don't mean what you should be.
No, you should never be humble. but you should definitely be blessed.
Yeah, I'm blessed for sure because just as quickly as I got it, it can be taken away. So it's like, you know.
Very much so.
Yeah, but I agree with you on the relationship with God. I want to say I was really young with a relationship with God. I was brought up in church because it was the right thing to do. So it was like, I didn't really have that relationship that I wanted, but I had it young, 21.
For sure.
20.
I was for
We was
sure.
young.
I was about 18 going to church on my own, I believe. I
19.
think, 18, 19, I was going to church on my own, like, you know, just like, let me go to church. Like, I don't care how hungover I am. Let me go to church.
Do you know how you develop a good relationship with him though?
Yeah.
When you are obedient, when you have your own time, you don't even have to go to church to have a relationship with God. But that is when I got my relationship, I was going to church consistently, like Sundays, and I was going on Sundays, and I was going Tuesdays for Bible study.
And I was praying every day. I was talking to God every night, every morning, like even in my own home without even going to church. But
y'all making me want to just start praying and shit right now.
Listen, pray as many times as you need, okay? Yeah. Because that's what's gonna get you through life. Like,
no, God, my God, man.
You can never. I don't know how we got on God, but
it's a good thing to be on.
It is, but I'm just saying you can never. When you think your life is going good and you just doing stuff your way,
it don't work.
It never lasts that long.
I honestly want somebody to come and tell me. I ran my life my way, and I never depended on God, and I never let him be the head. I want to know how it worked for you. And
I'm gonna tell you, you could. I know exactly where you go get that person from.
Where?
Somebody that's lost.
People that be homeless. Them people be the most successful people like at a point in time in their life. I'm telling you, like, just not on no funny shit. Like, just one day if you out and you see a homeless person,
ask them what they used to do.
Talk to them, bro. I'm telling you, they gonna know some shit. They gonna know some shit, but
they
went against it.
That's crazy.
Not all the time. It's not always drugs neither though. It's just they just went against. Like,
yeah,
you know,
and that's one thing that I pray for. I pray that I never lose sight of God ever again because it's been a time that I've lost sight. But I also pray that I don't mishandle the things that I pray for.
Hey, do you know what you're doing right now?
What?
You repenting.
Why? Why you say that?
That's what you're doing right now. That's good. It's a good.
Yeah.
Once you repent to God, he gonna make everything come. Everything.
Yeah. This is not the topic, but God bless us. Yeah. Like, for real. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for allowing us to be able to relate and talk about God and let us, let everybody know that God is good all the time.
Yes.
All the time. God is good. Like, for real, it is. Yeah. I don't know. We literally just talked about this for 10 minutes.
Yeah. But getting back to the topic. I say focus on yourself because I was like 20, 21, and I had a relationship, and I was just so more focused on my relationship. Don't get me wrong. I still was doing things that I was supposed to do. Like I said, you can have your priorities in order, but you not structured and stuff like that, so you fall off. But like, I was so worried about my boyfriend, like, whatever.
Oh my God, let's
talk
about it.
And with my man, I might go out here with him.
Okay.
Yo.
Don't act like you ain't have a relationship. You was caught up on like
saying,
everybody.
I'm not gonna let y'all go on guys while I'm right here.
We not.
I don't got nothing bad to say, but I'm just saying that was more so my focus.
Shit, I gotta say no. But
I was more so focused on the wrong thing.
Okay.
Like, and I was 20, 21. No, I don't have no kids.
How long was you in a relationship? What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Me and him was together for like 5 years.
Damn, man. So you loved him.
Oh my God.
You still do though.
I have love for him.
You still love him. When people say that, they just you supposed to say that, but you.
Anyways, listen, back to what she was saying. I agree. My younger self, I would have definitely told me to work on myself. I don't know why we were so caught up in trying to be with somebody back then. Like,
my papa used to tell me
we wasn't even with ourselves for real. We didn't even know who we was. I'm just saying, like realistically, realistically, we wasn't with ourselves. We didn't know who we was for real. We didn't know what we wanted to do. And we knew we wanted him to do what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted him to do.
This was my man, and we was going to be together to the end.
Period. Together forever. Like, and that's so crazy because how many guys?
Did y'all ever get some tattoos?
Man. Wow.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna cap though. Like, I had a tattoo like
that. That's what you doing?
Okay.
You had one too though?
Yeah, I had a tattoo.
I had one. Like, what was we ain't had God
listen, though,
then.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, we still cool though. Like, I would never like.
I mean, I'm still cool with mine fine too. I'm just saying, like, we were way too caught up in
the wrong thing.
In the wrong thing. Like,
I agree,
the relationship should have not been number one.
We was too young.
We was way too young.
We were still
like,
kids.
We didn't even have.
Shit, I had my first kid. Shit, I thought I was 16. By the time I had him, I was 17. So.
Damn.
Yeah, so
I mean, I had my first kid at 21. We still waiting on her baby. See, no kids, you know, be proud to rep that, but.
Oh yeah, you gotta demand some shit from her. You better put some pressure on that nigga.
Damn, she is. Trust me.
We had that discussion already.
We had
applying pressure while dating.
Applying pressure while dating. We
I
definitely
love applying pressure though. I do.
I think it's necessary.
It's very necessary.
I wish I would have known that back then.
Exactly. That's something I wish my younger self would have knew because honestly, that stuff back then was no pressure. Like it was.
I think the fellas need to, you know, demand more from women as well.
Oh, excuse the hell out of us. Explain. Please,
because we might not know nothing about that life.
Let's hear.
See, we simple. Men, we simple. We like small shit. You can text us and say, hey, handsome, what you doing today? How you
y'all
doing?
Good.
You know, just simple
y'all
shit.
good.
Yeah. Did you see me?
You ate? You hungry? Oh, you know. A simple pull up and a meal drop off. That bitch could be an egg roll. We don't give a fuck.
So y'all gotta demand more.
Men just want one thing out of life from women. They just want to feel appreciated. If a man don't feel appreciated, he ain't gonna fuck with that bitch.
Okay, can I stop you right there? I don't mean to like,
No,
get on you, but I feel like you a little bit more older than us. Like the ones these at this age.
Say what they need. What they need to do.
They still in the back then. They ain't in the now. They still learning.
So what they need to do is they need to come sit in my office. You know, and we could go over some things about, you know.
I'm just talking about the overall generation, just like from hearing friendships and you know they situations.
So you think it's more quality in men or women nowadays?
Women.
Explain.
I can't agree.
When you say quality,
I mean quality.
I still think it's women.
Yeah,
women
I do agree.
Outshining the guys.
Women are outshining guys for sure, and we definitely are the quality. Guys are still bro. 9 times out of 10, they priorities messed up. I'm saying 9 times out of 10, they priorities are still messed up. My God.
You do see this. See, y'all might not know now because you know y'all like in a different space and stuff, but it's horrible women out here for sure though.
You think so?
I know so.
I do.
I know so. It's deadbeat mamas and all type of stuff.
Yeah, for real.
No cap.
For real.
No cap. It is, but I still think it's more better women than it is better men.
That's so crazy. Speaking of that, I seen the cutest caption on Instagram today about being a father. I really did. And it was a single father talking to the other single fathers like, you don't need this woman to continue to be a father. Like, it really touched my heart. It was a real nice caption. So I just want to add that.
I'm going to be honest. Like, if I didn't understand the relationship between, like, a kid and his mom, I would have my kids with me, though, but I wouldn't want to snatch that, like, away from their mothers, because kids need their mom, and mom, they love their kids, you know, but if it was up to me, I would definitely have.
How many kids you have?
I have 2, 15 and 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ready to send one off to Prime soon.
Yeah, man. We working on, he probably going to get a car. He got to learn how to drive, man. It's COVID shit.
Hell, man, they better
I was at driver's training 14
to 9 months on the dot. I needed to go. I was right there on Grand River in Greenfield. I forgot what it's called. But
7 days.
You passed the first time?
It's in there. Yeah, I passed the first time.
You know parallel parking and everything?
Don't play with me. I parallel park anywhere. I'm go parallel before I pull in. That's the real tea. But that's just me. I do think my younger self, I would just like, I would honestly, it's so much. Let me stop. It's not so much I would have did. It's just different steps I would have taken. Like, a lot of people think that you're supposed to be partying in your 20s. I honestly think that you should be grinding in your 20s.
For sure.
I wish I would have worked a little bit more in my earlier 20s than I started now, like in my later 20s. And I would probably been, I mean, I'm good, don't get me wrong, but I honestly think that you're supposed to work in your 20s. You're supposed to grind in your 20s. You're supposed to party in your 30s. And you're supposed to chill and relax and retire in your 40s. Honestly, that's my ideal life.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I wouldn't even say you wasn't grinding. You probably just wasn't ready. You probably wasn't ready then, though. Like, it started up here.
It's not even about being ready. I was supposed to make myself ready. Like, I should have been working, not working, playing, like working to play. Like, that's a lot of people downfall, like working to play. They not working for the long run. They working.
You gotta work with purpose.
They working to shine or working to play. Like,
work with purpose.
And that's the worst thing to do. Like,
I can say I didn't really start partying until 24, right?
Yeah, you
I
didn't
was-
party then. She don't even party
I don't
now.
party
Like,
now, but
That's not bad.
it's not bad at all.
but I do feel like, I mean, now people's intentions don't be good. Like, I like to go and really have a good time and catch a really good vibe. I'm not in the club to stare at her. Or
I feel like
him.
not, especially where we live at. We live in a city like Detroit, well, but I feel like it's best to just go out of town or something.
yeah,
that's why I don't go out, because I'd rather go out and like I went to
Like, if
Orlando.
you want a real vibe,
you got to go somewhere else to catch another vibe. But that's why I don't really go out now. But back when I was younger, like I just didn't feel the urge. I didn't have the urge to go out. I don't know. But I did party when I was like 17, 18. I was a rock star back then. I don't know who I thought I was. I had my listen. I got my first job at one thing I would never change. I started working when I was 16. Like this was always in me.
I had one job for like a week.
How was it for you?
Let me see, damn, fucking it up.
How was it for you?
It taught me.
What did it teach you?
It taught me that I really didn't have patience. You know,
A job is definitely for structured people.
I had one for a week. My mom worked at Botsford Hospital.
And you worked there?
Yeah, for 1 week.
And what was you doing?
Working in the kitchen.
I was about to say mine.
But I'm like a person that I'm like real, like, I love being in control, you know. Because I feel like, not because I'm just
I think I'm like that.
Not because I'm a control freak. I like to, like, incorporate things into making it work. So, you know, I was like, okay, fuck it, since I'm here, let me just make this shit work. So I damn near was acting like I was the supervisor or some shit in there. So
doing too much to get paid bare minimum.
Right, it just ain't working.
But, you know, it just wasn't for me though. But I did learn that, because that short week I was there, that my first week I was so good. I trained somebody. Like, they had came, I trained. I'm like, yeah, shit.
I'm the leader around here.
Yeah. Pay me my respect.
And after that, it was a wrap. I got my one check, and then I went and did some other shit. My check on some other shit, and I was, you know.
Like, this not for me.
Yeah, nope, I'm not.
No, I was working.
I low-key went and bought a minivan for like $400.
At least you invested your money.
Yeah,
I swear to
it was
God,
a good investment.
my first check was like $600, and it's like $70. I spent $400 on the van. I went and got a trading times. Damn, hell.
Well, at least I feel like you still had your head on the list.
Yeah, you just.
Because my first check, I went and bought me some Remy Velvet weave. I did. But you know, I was 16. I didn't have no needs. But like, my mama took care of me. Like, all my stuff. Like, she paid for everything.
Yeah.
So, like, my money was play money.
Yeah.
Instead of me stacking my money back then, I was spending it on weed.
I don't think nobody gonna stack back then.
I swear, but if I would have stacked back then, I probably would have so many houses now.
Yeah.
Versus, I mean, I think
No, real estate the shit. That's what we're talking about.
Man, we can get into it. We got time.
Yeah,
we can definitely talk about it. Really, I honestly think cribs is just as important as credit, because you can buy a crib for $5,000.
Facts.
Put $20,000 in it.
Facts.
And it's gonna be worth $100. Like,
facts.
That's damn near. I don't know what it's like, but it's great. Like, ownership is great.
You know how I really started fucking real estate?
Why?
All right, you know, I'm come from the streets. You know, ain't no secret about it. But you know, that's past tense. But I had gotten a situation, but while I was in the streets, I was like, some just told me, like, I was at home just researching. Like, I never sleep. I don't like to sleep. That shit boring to me. So I just research.
Me and that.
I hate sleep. I feel like I'm missing out when I'm asleep, so I'll never sleep. But I was researching some shit, so I came across like some house auction shit. I'm like, the fuck is this? So I went on there and shit. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, damn, this shit look kind of straight. But I was calling people like, you hip to this shit? They like, no. I'm like, damn, these people ain't gonna be hip to shit. These people,
no, these
shit
people,
no more,
exactly.
You know? So I'm like, fuck, I'm about to just try this shit. So I bid it on the crib. It was like 2017 or something. Yeah. So I bid it on the crib. And then I won that bitch.
Well, you like shit.
So I'm like, fuck, damn. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. So then I was telling
How
my
much did you win on it?
man for $1,000. So I was telling my man and shit. I'm like, man, I'm about to fuck with this bitch and shit. He like, shit, like I'll go have one. We can fix that bitch up. Fixed it up and shit. The first one, I think we put like probably like it was a 13,000, like a little over 13,000 in it, and we sold it for like 40 or something like that.
You like,
We did like
what?
we did like 2 months, like
A
it took like
double
2 months.
up?
Yeah, it was like 2
Like,
months.
more than a double up? Like what? Like
I'm
that's crazy.
So I'm like, oh yeah. From that point on, I was like,
and it's legal.
it's
like
legal, and I was like, mind you, I ain't do none of the work. Like I just knew
of course, you
people.
know who to pay to get the work done.
But they did that shit, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm on that shit.
I'm on it. Like I done sold this house for double. I done made my profit. I can really go back and go in and buy another one for 1,000 or 2. Like
Yeah, but like fast forward now, like you know, I'm in real estate. I got my license and everything and shit, and
You
I'm
passed
doing
that
well.
hard test.
yeah, I did. I failed it twice.
for real.
I failed it twice.
I've
See, I'm like
heard
a
a
pro-
lot of people.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you though. I understand why it's hard. That motherfucker hard. I don't give a fuck what you take.
No,
That
I've heard
bitch hard.
everybody. I heard a lot of people have to take
But
it
I'm
way
like a
more than
person.
once.
Like when I want some shit, I'm gonna get it.
So you said you took it 3 times?
2.
2?
Well, I took it 3 times. The third time,
Third time you passed.
so the first time, because I was already like buying a house at the time. So I'm like, man, I know this shit.
Yeah.
I win that bitch and shit. Like, oh man, these people ain't talking about nothing. Fail. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, maybe.
Got you up on your toes.
I'm like, maybe they was tripping or something. I don't know. Went back again. Failed. I'm like, yeah, let me go.
Let me go actually read this shit.
Because I had hooked up with I had came home from prison and shit. I went to prison. I had a 1 to 20, and I had hooked up with a guy through my homeboy. His father was working with a company, so he was just telling me about like, bro, like fuck with this shit. I'm telling you, I know how you is. You gonna be cold with it and shit. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna try.
That nigga really went and became a real estate.
I know that's crazy. Though. So listen, so I'm like, at the time, I'm like, man, I'm like, fuck, I just went to meet him and shit. So I remember that shit. Like I got fully dressed. I put on like a suit, all kind of shit. I put my rollie on and shit. So I went up there. I'm looking at the nigga like, nigga, shit, I got some money too. You know
Right,
what I mean?
what's up?
So he was like, yeah, you're like, man, like you could just while in between while you taking the test, you could still work and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, this nigga he kinda all right. He kinda G. He was a white guy. He was cool, man. I learned a lot from him.
That's what's up.
So I worked there and shit for a minute, and then I started really selling houses and shit. What the fuck?
I'm about to work for myself.
I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here from him. Yeah, so
I
that's when
need
started-
all the
that's when- yeah,
proud.
that's when I started my own company.
But I feel like that was necessary. It was a part of your process. So
It was
it's
a part of growth.
Yeah.
It was, for sure.
That's cool. You don't never got to work under nobody. Like I mean, it's good to take that steps, but I'm sure he probably worked up under somebody and started working for himself. It's
Yeah.
like,
Facts.
But it was
It
good
keep-
he asked for help.
period.
Definitely.
I agree. I think real estate is. I think everybody, no matter
I wish I would have
Man.
gotten into real estate when I was like 15.
man, that's something I would have told my younger self. You need to buy some
Fuck
property.
yeah. Fuck
Like.
But they don't teach.
That's
They
some
don't,
asset.
that's another shit
It's
they don't
an
teach.
asset.
That, listen, that's another thing they don't
But
teach you in school.
I would have something else. I would have taught. Don't get a car note. Like my daddy bought me a car when I was 16, and I traded it in to get a car note. I've had a car note ever since. Like I don't think I've owned a car since then, and I honestly feel like, damn, I wouldn't be paying X amount of money a month if I would have just kept the car my daddy got me when I was 16. Like I could have
Like,
sold that.
long as it's running.
Exactly. Like
Papa used to tell me all this, and you trying to be cute.
you trying to be
cute.
sweet.
He talking
Trying
about
to be
you better go
sweet.
park that Honda and get in your friend's
And
car.
exactly.
But at the same time, though, you get to ride them new cars with that good credit, though. You know,
You get, honestly,
Whatever
with
you
good
want.
credit, you get whatever you want. But
you can walk in that bitch and be like, sign a drive.
hello, you sure can.
They come
But it's
deliver to
like,
you at work. Oh, we come.
At
you
the
where you at
same
your office?
time,
You know.
I mean, it's not an unnecessary bill because I like riding and I like to be able to switch up every year,
Yeah.
But
I love it too, though. I would never buy nothing but houses, property and shit like that. I don't believe in buying cars because as soon as you buy a car,
The
you-
value.
I've heard that, but
listen, as soon as you pull off that car
you
lot,
say it's over.
that bitch
My daddy
depreciate
said
like
that
10.
too.
Listen, this is a fact. As soon as you pull off the lot, it could be a brand new car. Say that bitch got 0 miles on it, right? You pull off the lot, that bitch depreciates 10 grand or more. Google it.
My daddy taught me that. My daddy taught me that, but I still feel like that's still an asset, and that's the asset that people can start with. Like if
Fuck that. Buy property, man. Property.
I
is the
agree,
shit. Property and
I'm
land.
not
I feel like
saying
Let me
don't
tell you
buy
why.
property.
Let me tell you why I say property and land. Let's say even when we not here, guess what's gonna be here?
The property in the land.
Facts.
That car gonna still be here too.
That shit ain't gonna be worth shit.
Somebody gonna steal your car.
It's gonna be
I don't give a fuck
something.
if you go buy a brand new. What's your favorite car?
My dream car,
Yeah.
the Audi.
You go buy Audi brand new, right? Today, no miles on it. 2 years from now, you gonna be like, I hate this fucking car. You gonna be tired of that shit.
But you gonna be able to sell it to somebody that love it.
For how much?
If you own it, it does. I'm sure you can get what you bought it for.
Hell no.
No, not with them
No,
miles on it.
listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to go buy a brand new car. What I'm saying is that's still an asset. Like, they have cars out here, used, of course, $2,000, $3,000 that you can still flip.
Buy property. You know that.
I'm not
You buy
saying,
property all the time.
I do, but I'm not saying, but I still think a car is an asset. Like,
Okay,
if
listen.
you...
What
if
make you money? What make you
my
money?
God.
No.
A car can make you money too.
No,
You
no,
can do
no, no,
Lyft, Uber. Shit. What? Like, and you own your car. You're not paying no car note.
What makes you more money?
You can't do Uber and Lyft with a car. No, I don't think, because it's something with your insurance
Shit,
or not.
No, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can, but what I'm saying is,
No, it ain't nothing wrong with doing Uber.
what I'm saying, if you're doing Uber or Lyft in a car that you own, you're not paying no car note. You're not. It's all pro. So, yes, buying property and land is very, very, very much more important, and probably, I'm not even gonna say it's more profitable, because Lyft and Uber is making a killing right now. So you own your car, you're not paying no car note, and you driving people around all day. You
Daisy.
more than likely
Daisy.
making your money back. What?
You was not about to pick nobody up.
I'm not, but I'm saying, listen, I might have a cousin. Pookie might want to use my car.
Not Pookie.
Pookie might want to use my car, and I own it. You know what I'm saying? And now we splitting the pros down the middle. No, I'm not going to pick nobody up or dropping them off.
Pookie sound
But
like he'll drop
Pookie,
so.
Pookie for sure might want to use my car and pick somebody up, and we gonna split these pros down the middle, because it's
We can
all
go buy a new car and
pros.
put Pookie
I
in
hate
it.
Exactly. You feel me? No, that's what I'm saying.
It's so crazy. I had a car that I owned, and I traded it in for a brand new car.
Traded it in for a brand new car to pay the note.
Nothing was wrong with the car.
Nothing.
The car was kind of brand new because I bought it from an older lady who never drove. So like I got the car in like 2018. I got it in 2018. It was a 2016.
Oh, that's new. That's new.
New.
It was a brand new car, and I was just like,
kind of
We
car
just
was it?
wanted
What
to
kind
be a
of car
new.
it was a Ford Focus.
Okay.
But I'm like, I'm tall.
You remember
I
my
wanted to
first
hop-
car,
I'm
bro?
tall.
I had a
want to
little
hop on
truck.
the truck.
I had a little truck. Like, it was nothing.
It was perfect.
It was
cute in
perfect
it.
for me. I was 16, brand new. It
was
the
new.
smaller
Hey, can I
version of the
ask y'all this
Mountaineer.
though? Like the guys that y'all have dealt with like before, like it seemed like y'all very like well rounded. Do y'all like help them with their credit and shit?
Yeah.
That's real.
Yep. My husband is on my credit card, actually.
Yes, you should be.
What they call it? What they say? Significant. If I can't sign, you can't. I seen that post. I thought that was funny, but
Yeah, no, the last person I dealt with were whatever. However,
no, he didn't.
no, I ain't have to teach him. He knew.
Oh, period.
That
he came
was the 5 year guy.
No.
Nah, hell no.
That was no.
That's my friend. I know, but no.
No, he came to me with
I'm
that.
talking about no, hell no. He ain't no
You
shit.
You
like
won't fuck
no.
with him,
I mean, wait a minute, I wasn't fucking with him, but I'm just saying we was younger back then.
Yeah, no, he ain't know nothing about credit. I was the
But
one.
but so you saying the last guy you didn't have to, but are you willing to? Are you
I'm
acting
working.
like?
I'm still working on my credit. Now I need my shit to be perfect, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm.
I got somebody working on. I got
to
somebody
be
working on my
honest,
shit right
no,
now.
I don't think I can deal with somebody I got to build up about that.
Yeah, I feel that at this age. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, because it's like time is ticking here.
Time is ticking, but I know. Well, me and my partner,
I
we're
feel like that, right?
for life.
Y'all partners, but he also caught you a couple years ago. Like, you know what I mean?
Girl, like
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Years ago,
Yeah.
you were still back then. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I'm 27 now, going on
you talking
28.
about you don't know no credit. I gotta add you on what?
Yeah, no.
Nah.
And don't get me wrong, that's not a deal breaker, but that's not
Something that
that's
you.
not something that I'm wanting
See,
to go.
for me as a man, that'd be a deal breaker. Cause I'm single now. I ain't in no relationship, so.
You wanted to let the people know.
He had to. 'Cause what? He said, "Cause I'm single now, and what?" But
No, I'm
so
saying.
you
though,
saying that would be a deal breaker if the girl that you dating now,
I mean, I got my stuff together, so I couldn't.
you saying
He
you can't
looking-
you
he
can't help a
looking for
nigga
some-
out real quick? Put me.
He's looking for somebody he could put the table together with.
Oh,
Remember I
period. Yeah. All right, ladies.
Yeah. And I think I feel like when you know your worth,
Like
I feel like you should stand on
I
it.
tried the other, the other state that don't really work. I feel like I'm
hindering them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
I feel like you definitely got to find your equal.
because I definitely have been in a situation when I feel like I probably spoiled the person too much.
And she probably was lost when you wasn't doing it.
Man, that's
But it wasn't me just doing it. Just That's just how I am. Like if
But you
you
want to know
around me,
what?
I'm
Them are
fucking
the
with you.
most brokest females.
Exactly, and let's look. Ooh,
And I'm not even, and I mean mentally broke. Like
Yeah.
I'm not talking about when I say broke. That don't mean that you got $0 to your name. Because I'm not trying to make. It'll be a day that I might not have it. I'm never gonna. I pray it never happens.
You know what's the most sexiest thing about a woman to me?
What?
Somebody that got a plan who can make some money.
Yeah, but I feel like those women who just don't have nothing to give.
Just here.
yeah.
Like.
Anytime I see women like post that little, I'm like, yeah, bitch, you.
So you thought?
Yeah, no, it's like you. I feel like it got to be a two-way street.
Fact,
We in
it
a
does.
whole new generation.
It
We
does.
not back in 1926, back when the
You
men.
got some sister.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
A
like
little late. She a little late.
She knows something. She
Yeah.
knows something. She knows
Yeah,
something.
How long you been fucking with her?
That was my friend
My
over
whole
10
life.
years.
Like, you sprinkling her and shit.
She knows. Listen, everything we know is through experience. We
but
done
she
been through
also
a lot
that
of
friend
shit.
that don't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah,
You need them.
But she hurt people feelings. She ain't never
Oh
hurt
my
feelings.
God.
But she will.
I got a friend like that though.
No credit card. No what?
Like, girl, what
okay.
is you
Like
doing?
what is you doing? Like
Like I
And you
got-
about to go out and you what?
But no, listen. Them the motherfuckers you need around.
yeah,
The
definitely.
motherfuckers that ain't scared to hurt your feelings. You need them people around for sure.
Man, and it
You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need them.
Because
Yes, women
listen,
and yes men. You don't need them people around.
If I ever hurt anybody's feelings or if I ever tell them something about themselves, it's to help them. It ain't never benefited me. It's
Because you ain't
never
got to
gonna
do it.
nothing
You
for
could
me.
have. You could have just stayed silent.
I could have let you go float. I mean, sink your own damn boat. But I'm gonna tell you because I'm not gonna feel like myself if I don't. Like it's never. It's not. I mean, it's not helping me. If anything, if I tell you something that hurt your feeling, it's most likely gonna help you. Like, and you probably just didn't want to hear it or.
I just want to clear something up because I might have said it the wrong way, and I know
Yeah.
that we got people listening. I don't mean those are the brokest women. You can have it all together.
Wait,
You
They
can have it all.
They do. For real. I ain't-
You can have it all together and your man can take care of you because that's what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to be a provider. Don't get me
He is.
wrong. But like those ones that if the rent, the first of the month coming and you looking for.
Okay, listen. I'm glad that you said that, right? Because a man definitely supposed to take care of you for sure. He provider. But on the same end, if it ever comes a point
where he fucked up or you supposed to be able to foot the bill.
if she can't, she ain't it.
Yeah,
She
fucked
works-
up.
she
yeah,
works
it's
nothing.
done for.
Y'all
Like,
are
What you here for? What you here for?
Yeah, because
I
you
done
got a lot of
paid the
women
bills
like that.
for 2 years. Been buying you this, buying you that,
And you
paying
can't
for this,
come
paying for
through
that.
for a
Where's
couple
your money,
months, bro?
Where's your money?
Yeah, because I don't believe a woman should pay no mortgage, no rent. I be seeing that shit.
Listen, man, listen.
That's
you
like
know,
that's like a thing. Huh?
you know, that's how.
This is why I
so
said it. This
popular.
is why I said that. Because as a man, you're supposed to have your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But as a woman, you supposed to have your own too.
this is true. But let me.
Let him say what he-
But let's say for instance, right? Let's say for instance, you single now, right? You meet a guy, you got a place. So fuck it, you move in with him, right? And he says to you, "Hey, you want to go half?" That nigga ain't right, because without you, he was paying it.
Right.
So he supposed to keep doing that. He really supposed to do it now. He got you. Like he got to provide. Like that's just a man. And
But I
a man is not a man if he doesn't provide.
The reason.
Now, only way a man shouldn't be providing like he should be. There's 2 reasons for me.
If
That
she's
man-
not cooking.
No.
Oh hell.
No. Listen. It's only two. It's only 2 reasons why a man shouldn't provide. If that man dead, that man in jail because he limited. He can't.
He
You
limited.
dead nigga can't do shit.
Jail, you
Jail,
limited.
limited.
He limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't move how you want to.
But if you out here, listen.
It's no
But you
way.
wanna know-
It's no
you wanna
reason.
know-
It's no.
You want to know
I
what I
agree.
hate? These girls.
Because
they
listen,
sit
not to
there
cut you
and
off.
glorify-
Not to cut you off. Listen though, because I feel like a real man who knows himself, you not supposed to get in a relationship if you
If
not.
you can't,
Period.
if you
you're
can't
not
support
able,
it.
if you not, don't do
'Cause-
that. Don't do that.
do not.
Don't do
Please
that. Don't
stay
hinder
single.
that. Don't hinder that.
Please
lady.
stay single and mind your motherfucking
Business.
business somewhere else.
No.
But I think that some women nowadays that I notice,
Mhm.
they glorify all the nice things that guys do. You know, buy them this, buy them that, take them here, take them there, pay the bills, do this, do that. But when it's rainy,
Them bitches gone.
they gone.
Shit.
You know, and I
Them bitches
really,
gonna act like they don't know you. You
Yeah,
gonna see them
and
all.
it-
You gonna be like, damn.
and
bitch.
I hate to,
I
and
was
I
taking
hate
care
to
of you
see
and
it.
your kids, bitch.
And I hate to see it, right? And I hate
Okay.
to see it because I feel like
Yeah, that shit bold.
That's bold.
That shit bold as hell.
But it'd be a wake up. It'd be a wake up.
Listen,
But it be a wake up and they carry that hurt for the rest of their life.
Not true.
True.
Not true.
I ain't gonna argue with you.
See me, I ain't gonna listen. She couldn't see me. I ain't gonna lie. Listen though, I'm man enough. I got my heart broke before. That shit ain't do nothing to me though. I ain't gonna lie, it didn't.
it ain't do nothing to you.
I mean,
He
He talking. I mean, then yeah, be
I'm
clear.
saying-
You heard him say he
but-
don't sleep. He keep them eyes open. He keep them eyes open.
He said, "Who breaking who hurt?" I
He
see.
said
No, I definitely got
he
my
10
heart
steps
broke.
ahead of her.
I think everybody got their heart broke.
Everybody got their heart broke, and then and I
got
feel
mine broke multiple times.
oh
but that's
god,
another-
that's that.
But I feel like though, once you get your heart broke one time, that shit can't get broke again.
Really?
You
You
crazy.
don't think a heart can get broke twice?
Hell no.
When you believe in God like you supposed to, you gotta forgive.
Facts.
Okay.
You don't forget.
Can't nobody break
But
my
you
heart
gotta,
again. I ain't gonna lie.
but you gotta forgive, and I'm not gonna say that you be naive to be like oblivious to what's going on.
But it
it's
can
just
happen
like,
again.
You can fall again.
But I was
No,
gonna
you can fall. That's two different things.
fall and
I guess.
Can't nobody
fall on
break.
your face.
Yeah.
But wait, I was going back to the topic, back saying like how guys, that conversation is so popular. Like, should a guy be splitting the rent and stuff like that? It's so
No,
popular.
he bet not.
No, he shouldn't. But I'm saying that conversation is so popular because
Not if it's a situation.
it happens if it's a situation. But no, that conversation happens on a day-to-day
This is
basis.
what I'm saying. This
Like,
is the only way a nigga should be doing shit like that. If he been driving the car the whole time and he gets into a situation where the girl got to step up a little bit, that's the only way it's acceptable.
I get that. But what I'm saying is,
But no woman should be with no nigga who talking about, hey,
say that
give me
shit
half.
louder. Hey, ladies, y'all heard it from a guy.
I don't think they heard you.
Listen, man, listen. I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, if you living with a guy right now,
And you going half on the rent?
listen, baby girl, that ain't the
Baby
one.
girl, you are
My-
settling.
My papa is a provider.
You gotta be though. You
My
gotta
daddy
be
is a provider.
My papa, I love it. I love it. And it
like
ain't
my
too
dad.
many
My
like
dad.
it.
My dad been married since I was 2. He didn't marry my mom. He met somebody after my mom, and he was married since I was 2.
She ain't saying
He
shit.
ain't never worked, bro. Never.
'Cause she ain't
Damn,
hook.
that's what's up.
Never. Never. She be sitting. Every time I go over there, I know what she got. She be sitting there
Sitting
watching.
chilling.
That
Watching
nigga.
her shows.
Swear to God.
Chilling.
Ain't got to worry in the
And
world.
then she had a daughter. He helped out with her business. She doing her little business thing. Like my dad, like the ultimate guy I want to be though. Like
Oh, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like it's, I honestly feel like,
see, I was like a person that I don't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
I'm like a person that see. I grew up with my parents were separated, but I had both of them in my life. My
Yeah.
mom's side of the family, that's where my street shit come from. But like my business savvy and all
Yeah,
my
daddy.
smart shit,
So really, you had the best of both worlds.
yeah, on some low key shit I did.
My mama.
Like when I went over
So
my
you
dad's
had
house,
both outlooks.
like when I went over my dad's house, I'm like, this nigga got this shit.
Yeah.
Like it was different. I'm like,
You go to your mama house.
I'm like,
we-
damn, this nigga struck. Like, damn, nigga, gotta put on pajamas for a little bit. I gotta brush my teeth.
No, for real.
I'm like, this nigga bougie.
It'd be different.
But
It'd be different.
yeah,
If your parents are not in the same household, mom and daddy.
like my mom was
Yeah.
different. My mom bought me my first gun.
Wow.
Cause she wanted her.
I was the only child, so she was like, look, I'll always be at work. Here you go. You ain't got no brothers. Here you go. Boom.
You
ain't
the
got
only
nobody?
child?
I'm the only child.
That's
Damn,
on both sides.
My mom's side.
Oh.
Say daddy gotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daddy got kids in every area code.
Yep. She bought me my gun. I'm like, damn, you bought me a gun? So I'm like, hell yeah. Boom. So she gave me the bullets. I loaded it up. So I went outside. I was like, bah, 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 bah.
Shooting
So
in
I
the
ran
air.
back in the house. Yeah, shot in the air. I ran back like, you heard me, Ma? You heard me? She's like, yeah.
Shut the fuck.
Swear to God, man.
Nah, it's when you come up in different households. Well, not different households, but that's good that you still have both your parents in your life, so you can see.
I got my dad. My mom passed away in a car accident.
A few years ago.
2016.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
That's actually when I got my relationship really cool with God. Cause I told him like it was some weird shit. Like she was straight. She ain't never broke no bone or nothing. She got in the car accident, boom. So then I got home and shit. So it was like her, like 3 of my cousins. They all got in the car accident. So she was straight. She had surgery. I was going up there to like see her every day, all that kind of shit. So one day I got home. We lived in the same condo, like complex and shit. So we was like, I literally just walked to her house type shit. So I got home one day. This how it was. Before I left out, went to the neighborhood and shit. She called me like, drop me off a chicken salad. I'm like, all right, boom. So I dropped off chicken salad, boom. So that night I go home and shit. So I call her. I'm damn, she answered. I'm like, maybe she sleep. I don't know. So my cousin them calling me like, she like, go to the hospital. They talking about she not responding. I'm like, what? I'm just up there. Like, what? I went up there. I'm so close to the fucking hospital. I get up there. They pumping on her. Don't.
They performing CPR.
Yeah. So then she would just not respond. I'm like, fuck, this shit crazy. So I hurried up and just walked outside. I was like, look, man, God, I ain't even gonna question you. If this is what it is, this is what it is. But I ain't gonna question you. But I think at that moment,
That's when you was like,
That's when it clicked for you.
that's my life changed. My life changed because I didn't question. Because I know people who be in situations, they lose people that close to them, all kind of shit. Like I lost my best friend, like at a young age. He was young as hell. His name was Jalan. That was like my brother.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. We was like together like every day. You know what I'm saying? So I was like kind of numb anyway. So when it happened, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I know the back end on that story too.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, so but I didn't question God though at all. Like I swear to God, like I really wasn't even mad on some real shit because her mom had passed like some years ago. Her mom passed actually on my birthday when I was like 6 years old. I remember she was in the hospital sick. This shit,
damn.
Listen though, just imagine this. I remember this. We going out getting a little shit from my birthday and shit, cake and shit. So we getting cars and all that kind of shit. Like, let's get a car for your grandma. We're gonna go up to the hospital and see her before we go home and set everything up and shit. Went to the hospital. She dead. I'm like, oh my Lord. But
your birthday.
On my birthday. But I saw like the difference in my mom. Like ever since then, she was like crushed. I'm like, fuck. I was like, damn, I wish I could bring her mom back because she was crushed.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I thought about when she died, I was like, yeah, she with her mom, she happy as hell.
Yeah.
I ain't never tripped. And I feel like I got a garden age. But ever since then, my relationship been good with God because I ain't never questioned him.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people go through hurt
And be
fucked up. Like some people lose their mom because losing your mom, that's some shit. It ain't no regular shit. So a lot of people, I know people that.
Yeah, I really couldn't imagine. My mama like my best friend. Like,
No, my mom was.
That's
like,
that's my dog.
Like, listen, if I wanted the girl to like me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up on my mom. I got you. I swear to God.
Because bitches love me, mamas.
I swear to God. My mom was like, she was wild. Like, she was funny as hell. Like, if I pull up to my mom's house with a girl, she'd be like,
them was the mamas I was getting with.
She'd be like, oh, he brought you here? Oh, shit, girl, you better make that nigga take you to the mall. Like, she said some crazy shit.
Period.
That's what's up. So, we
Shout out to mom, man. Shout out to mom, man.
Shout out to
I miss
you,
you, lady.
Yeah. So, we do got to conclude this. This was really a good topic.
It really would.
That's because I'm here.
You knew I
Glad
was
to have you.
Yeah, but
I'm seeing y'all the invoice. It's like the third one. Y'all shit gonna be high as hell.
I learned a lot from the both of y'all about real estate, even though, that's.
You should get into it. You should get into it.
You on your way.
You should get into it. I think you'll like it.
I got my hands in so much right now.
Keep doing it.
Keep going.
I can't sleep.
See, you feel me? Like,
you have to sacrifice sleep when you want more. You got to. Like, you got to sacrifice sleep. Like,
sleep really boring. I'm telling you, sleep is boring.
Sleep is so.
Sleep is the cousin to death. I'm telling you.
That's what I don't.
Sleep is definitely close to death. But let me tell you,
I love cousin to death. Fuck that sleep.
Listen. I let you know. You
I'm
know me.
I'm gonna start.
I'm a nap.
Wake the fuck up. You better
do not disturb like a mug. But I do, to conclude the topic. I just want to I think we all could say you need to focus on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even back then and now, like focusing on yourself. And if you do have a partner, you got to make sure they are equal. Like, it's kind of hard. Well balanced. It's kind of hard to do, but I think that's important if you are go be growing with somebody. Like, you got to make sure they are equal. Another thing I took from this is discipline. Like, make sure your priorities are in order. Like, do not be going out to try and party and keep up and your stuff not together. Like, like.
That's one thing about me. I never was into partying like that. No, shit.
Listen, you'll be surprised.
That shit.
I'm thank God I'm out of the partying stage now, but I was I was everywhere. Okay, I mean, I was everywhere, but I do know that priorities got to be.
And in order to get to where you want to be, you do have to sacrifice a lot of things. You got to sacrifice fun. You got to sacrifice friends. You got to sacrifice family. Yeah, you got to sacrifice a lot. And it's still when I turn 30, I'ma still be like, dang, I wish I would have knew that, back then. I feel like that's a never ending thing, but I do.
Just meeting you for the first time, I think by the time you're 30, you'd be cool.
Thank you.
She cool now, but she gotta be cooler.
No. By the time she's 30, she can be well put.
Well, I agree. I agree.
She got some sense on her though. When your birthday?
February 20th.
You're not that crazy, is you?
No, we Pisces.
Yeah, no, I'm structured though. I live a structured life.
That's
Like
good.
Very
I be up at 5 in the morning.
It's only going to.
Yeah,
Go up.
she be up
That's the
sending me
year's time.
motivation.
I be sending her
at
Steve
7 in the
Harvey.
morning. Like, girl, I just went to sleep.
I
She the
definitely.
grandma. She the grandma.
I
I
be
be
grandma
asleep.
too, but she be up before me.
Mhm.
For sure.
I feel like y'all definitely got some good shit going on. You should keep doing it, man.
Appreciate you, Real Estate T.
Oh yeah.
And blessings on your real estate journey and everything. I'm glad, your stuff is on the up and up as well.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that.
And I guess
I appreciate y'all.
That's
for
all
having me, too.
until next
that's
time.
all until next time. Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
tuning in with Real Talk
With the door.
and Daisy.
Ooh.